What's going on, everybody? Eric McCabe here. I am going to walk you guys through the 2026 Spring League Championships Round 1 Front 9 at Ledgewood Pass, one of my favorite courses I've ever designed, especially out in Maine. You should definitely check it out. We've got Andrew, Tyler, Travis, and Tom all fighting for that championship. We're going to get started right here on hole number 1, which is 255 feet. Player breakdown of Mr. Bond 007 himself. He loves Brody Smith and has a license to kill.
Oh, look at you.
This is a great line from...
What?
Oh my gosh, so stinking close.
My God.
How do you not? I mean, that looked pure the entire way. Next up, we've got the Pearl himself. He beat Philo Brathwaite once, which is pretty solid, and he loves oysters. Who doesn't? Who doesn't, Mr. Pearl? Who doesn't? Lining up our second forehand of the day right here on hole number 1. Hole number 1's a relatively easy hole. It's one that you're going to want to absolutely at least have a look at birdie on. It's a great tree right there. It's a great kick down. You will have an opportunity for birdie. Next up, we've got Mr. Rogers, not to be confused with Aaron Rodgers. He loves State Farm Insurance and absolutely loves Aaron Rodgers. So, looks like we're going to have our first backhand of the day. Smart man right here. Fantastic line. It's going to fade out a little bit in front of the pin. Going to be down there pin high, though. That's a look. That's a look. All you want is a look. That's all you want. We got the Ultimate Warrior up next. Loves beating Bond, and he is also the youngest player in the field, which is pretty impressive, actually. Okay, 3 out of 4 forehands on this hole number 1. And that looks pretty solid. Yep, that's pretty good. That is 4 quality tee shots to start the day here on hole number 1 at Ledgewood Pass. Good bid. Not a bad run there. Just a little low and on that right side. Also a little low and maybe a little bit on that right side. There you go. It's a great way to start the day. Nice birdie right in the heart of the chains. That is not how you want to start the day with the missed putt. However, I have said some of my best rounds of disc golf of all time have come on missed putts on hole 1 or bogeys on hole 1, and some of my worst days have come with big jam sessions, long putts on hole 1. So we'll have to see how this round goes. Hole number 2 is 392 feet. Andrew picking up the only birdie on hole number 1, so he will have the honors here. Hole number 2 is a par 4. It is a tricky one. It is a distance-wise not quite a par 4 in my opinion, but it does play as a par 4 with a 2-shot type of a hole with OB relatively close to that landing zone. What you're going to see here is probably a lot of forehands. Even I throw a forehand off this tee, so that kind of will tell you what the shot shape is for this particular hole. Just want to get around the corner here. Pretty much like that. Anything, just don't hit trees. Don't hit trees and don't go too far. There's no points. 340-foot hole, so just throw it, 200 feet and have a 140-foot approach. Make the game easy, guys. Make the game easy. Nice forehand approach coming in. Yeah, that's pretty solid right there. That should be a relatively easy birdie. As should that one. Assuming these guys make their putts, which I'm very confident that they will. I am watching this blind, so you guys know this is all new to me, so look at the roll. The little roll back to the pin, you gotta love it. This drive was pretty much picture perfect right in the middle of the fairway. Just a little low right there. Also a little bit low. Taking a little while to get the nerves out maybe. It's a solid putt. As was that. Rolling on to hole number 3, 386 feet uphill, par 3. Had a couple birdies on that hole from Travis and Tom. Tyler, you're due. I'm just telling you, you're due. You're due for a birdie, and it's going to come real soon. This is a really hard par 3, and now's a great time to talk about the changes we're going to be making out here. We are going to put a longer tee on this hole. It's going to play as a par 4, and this shot you're looking at now, being the more beginner style friendly layout, will also become a par 4. So, and I think it does play as a par 4. I think if you get a 2 on this hole, you're stoked, right? I think that qualifies as an eagle, because in my opinion, our sport needs reachable par 4s. So I think this is a par 4, and I think you're going to see a lot more birdies on the hole, because it's not an easy one to get a 2 on, that's for sure. Oh, that went a little too straight. You definitely want to get something on a hyzer line that kind of finishes around the corner. This basket is sitting up on that rock. You can kind of see it just past it. That's a fantastic approach. My goodness, that forehand scramble game is on point today. That was very close. That would have been disgusting to throw that in from there. My gosh. Got some long looks here. It's a tough angle, uphill. You got that tree on the right that you just do not want to hit. You cannot hit, so. Good line. Gonna have to unfortunately settle with the bogue. It's a solid putt right there. Cleaning up this very challenging, we'll call it par 3 for now. Just wait.
Hey guys, would you like to learn more information about course design or what it would take to get me out to your property or your city? Just scan this QR code or hit that link down in the description. Appreciate you.
Hole number 4, 420 feet downhill. It's a 22% bogey average. 41% people par this hole. So I think those are pretty good numbers. I'd say it's pretty good numbers. This is eagle-able, if that's a real word. If you get it on the right angle, and you really want to push straighter than you think. So you want it to come out relatively flat, kind of like this, but miss that tree. You want to come just in front of that tree. It's, you know, for me, I like to throw something relatively understable on a hyzer line and get that late flip that's going to fade out at the end when it starts to lose speed. It's also a fantastic turnover forehand if you got it, which I do not. But that's pretty solid. That wasn't too bad at all. This one, oh, what a kick. Maybe that's the play. Maybe that is the play. Maybe you throw it and hit a tree and kick immediately down the fairway. I don't hate that play. Not bad. Another little positive tree kick there. This is a pretty easy par 4, I'm going to say. You're going to want to get a birdie on this. And that's the whole, that's the breakdown of a lot of the holes out here at Ledgewood, that you can get some pretty easy birdies if you just break the hole down and don't try to get crazy and attack everything. If you just try to play it 3/4 of the way or even half the way down that fairway, you should be able to line up 2 quality shots to give yourself a relatively easy birdie. Looks like a little CTP prize right there. It's a fantastic drive he had. Goodness. It's a good bid. Give it a chance. Little floaty on that putt for, what would that have been, birdie? Par? That'd have been for his par save. Oh, you hate to see it. You hate to see it. Oh, those are the ones that you putt and you immediately want back because you just, for whatever reason, didn't commit. Happens to everybody. It's happened to me many times. on this hole, as a matter of fact. It's a solid putt there. Yeah, I know. That's not such a bummer. Moving into hole number 5, 362 feet, 1% birdie average, which is not surprising because this hole is a doozy. You want it to turn pretty much the entire flight over the big, massive boulder that we have right in the middle of the fairway, and the basket sets up on another boulder elevated. So this one's a very, very challenging par 3. I think if you hit the gap though on the right angle, you can give yourself a look. This one's gonna come in a little bit short and a little bit on that right side. That looks like a better angle, better line. Gonna have an easy up and down from there. Hey, par is not a bad score on this hole. It is birdieable, but there's just some holes out there that you just want to play for par, and this is 100% one of those holes. That's great. That was a fantastic shot. As was that. Nice little scramble forehand. Put himself about 15-ish feet with a straight uphill putt. Granted, every putt is uphill for me. Nice approach there. You do want to kind of err on the right side of this pin. It kind of gets you a little bit more of a straight putt as opposed to a straight uphill putt. That's not terrible either right there in front of the basket, on front of that rock side. The hardest part is when you're missing on that left side, and then, or if you're right on the rock on the left side, you've got just this daunting straight uphill putt that is, it's not easy. Not easy at all. It's a solid little comebacker there. He's far enough out that shouldn't be a problem for him, but if he's another 2 to 3 feet closer, that starts to become a challenge. There's a better committed putt. Moving on to hole number 6, 291 feet. Definitely a hole you want to get a clean tee shot. You do not want to hit early and kick left. Left is absolute jail on this hole. Hit that first gap and be hyzering down that hill and you're going to have a look. Nice forehand on this. Dude, that was nasty. The angle on that forehand was disgusting. That one. That is the line I'm looking for on this hole every single time I play it. Sit. The green does slope there down to the right, so any putt that comes in short of this pin or hits the basket and drops does have tendencies to roll down that hill, giving you like a 20-25 foot comeback putt, which is not something you want, which is exactly why you see this layup right here. It's very smart. Smart golf. Love to see it. Here you go. Oh, see, I didn't even watch this and I called this. Little high right. He did roll to about 20. But confidently put that comebacker in. Great putt. Great putt there. Good comebacker. There we go. On the board. That was a fantastic birdie right there. Wouldn't call it a bonus birdie, but it's a good birdie. It's a good hole to get, for sure. Especially coming off of hole number 5. Going into hole number 7, 280 feet, 18% birdie average. So not a super easy hole, but it is definitely one that is deceiving, right? Because you play up and down. The hole is blind. You can see these two trees that are right next to the basket. And the shot is something that finishes a little farther right than you think. Maybe not that far right, but you definitely want to be holding that hyzer line coming into this green on the right side. I feel like every time I've thrown this hole, everything is funneled down to the basket. I don't hate the forehand play here. Yeah, that should be gone. A little short maybe, but it should he should have a look. Right over Ethan's head, assuming Ethan is the one filming. There you go. Yeah, I'm not sure if that hit a branch or a tree and kicked down there, but that should be a look as well. There is OB long of this basket, but it typically won't come into play. Oh, he shorted it for back-to-back. It's all right. Solid putt there. Also a solid putt. Yeah, who needs minis? I don't blame you. I don't use them either. Hole number 8, 320 feet, is probably my favorite hole on the course. It was one that when we walked up to this fairway, we saw this tree that's curving and was like, yep, this is definitely where we want a fairway. It's not blind. You can see the basket from the tee. It is all of that 300 and whatever foot I said, and you do not want to go left. You can finish right, but you don't really want to go too far to the left side. I like to play something nice and hyzer flippy down the middle of this fairway and try to just throw it into the rock, and if you land and stick on the rock, great, and if not, you know, whatever, you'll live, unless you do that. Dang it, Tyler. Kick left on that tree. Not something that's going to be very easy up and down from over there. Oof. I should not have said left. I apologize, gentlemen. I think I manifested that into existence. Yeah, this is kind of an idea of what this left side of the fairway looks like. Not fun. I don't hate it. I don't know where it went, but I don't hate it. At this point, you just kind of want to get off the hole. Totally get it. That's not bad. So this hole, it kind of has, from the basket perspective, it drops pretty significantly behind it for quite a while. So this putt right here is very scary because do you run it? Do you try to land on the rock? I always say just run it from this spot because anything hits that rock could possibly pop up and roll forever. And then you've got this death putt coming back uphill that if you miss, you're down here. And it's just a tough putting green altogether. One of my favorite holes. It's very challenging. It's another one that shouldn't be a super hard par if you break it down into 2 shots, but who wants to do that? Let's not do that. Let's just go for this. I don't blame anybody for going for this green. It's such a fun shot to throw. On to hole 9. I absolutely love hole 9. 483 foot par 4, dog leg right. So off the tee, this is kind of the angle that was a tee shot right there. Went a little farther than you want for that landing zone, but you're going to see a lot of forehands on this. You just kind of want to throw it nice and easy, stall hyzer forehand that lands. If you can land right there every time right there, you're going to be very, very happy. Somewhere in the middle of this fairway is where you exactly want to be, so you have that shot up to get up and down for birdie. Another one that I'm very excited about, that's a great shot right there as well. The short tee pad we're going to put on this is going to be where the landing zone is, kind of back up to the right of where we're looking now. And it's going to be a fantastic hole. Super stoked for that. Great shot there, great recovery there from Tyler. Right in the middle of the fairway. And this shot is very uphill. It is very, very uphill. And that, minus those branches that Ethan needs to cut, was picture perfect. Skipped up there nice onto that boulder. He's going to have himself a birdie look to finish this front 9. On this approach, I do like to miss to the right more than any, well, I mean, unless you can do that and put it up on the rock, but the right side is a little bit more forgiving If you're short, you're left with a bit of a death putt because the basket's about 15 feet-ish from the back of that rock. That kind of drops off, and it doesn't drop off significantly, but it definitely drops off enough to make you think about that next putt. That was the shot of the front nine right there. Holy cow. Stand still, turn over forehand, flexes all the way to the green. That was disgusting. That was well done. Well done, my friend. Yeah, that's a great putt there to finish your front nine. Ooh, I love it. I'm going to incorporate that at my next tournament. Solid putt there. Putts all around here. Come on, Tyler. Yes, sick birdie. Love to see it. Another great birdie. I think that was a birdie. Was that the birdie save? Yeah. What a great front nine. We've got Andrew at 3 down, Tyler +1, Travis is -1, and Tom is sitting at -1 as well. So a lot to be done here on the back nine. Thank you guys so much for watching. Come on back. We'll see you on the back nine.